I just want to invite anyone out there who would like to join me in just taking a deep breath. So today I'm going to be talking about a couple of things I wish I knew before I started meditating. Before I get started, I just want to bring some attention to the shirt I'm wearing. It says believe in yourself, which I think is such a tremendous message. I purchased this shirt from Mental Habits. It's a Black-owned mental support account, and I love it. Like, it honestly just makes me feel better. Like, I get to see it when I look in the mirror. It's a great reminder to believe in yourself. So today we're going to talk about meditation. Just a little backstory. I got started in meditation about a year and a half ago, and it is still an ongoing journey and something that I am still working through. It's going to be a lifelong journey, and I'm going to continue to see growth as I learn more about the process. So the first thing I wish I knew or someone told me before I started meditating was that it is going to be challenging. It is going to challenge you to focus on your thoughts, or to let your thoughts arise and then to essentially allow them to dissolve. You want to recognize that they're there and don't shut out your thoughts. Don't try to control them. They're there for a reason. Maybe to serve you, maybe not. But in the process of being mindful, you can begin to learn what that looks like. Kind of put them in a memory bank for later. Or if you feel like you should, maybe address it in that time, depending on what your intentions were going into that meditation. I think that, if I had been told that meditation is challenging, I don't think I would have been as hard on myself. I don't think I would have had as much negative self-talk. I don't think I would have struggled as much as I did and thought that it was all my fault. Like, I'm the only one that's going through this. I'm sitting in a room, I keep opening my eyes a little bit, I'm seeing other people, they still have their eyes closed, they're still in tune, but there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you if you're struggling with that either. The second thing I wish I would have known before I started meditating was that it's really helpful to go into a meditation or a mindfulness practice with intentions. Sometimes during my sessions, I was kind of like blindly led into it. It would just start, and I would be like, okay, if I'm having like all these thoughts, what does this mean? Should I be having these thoughts? Am I supposed to be sitting here in silence? Like, I was just confused. I didn't know like what exactly that silence meant, or like what I was supposed to be doing in that moment. As I grew with meditation, I would, before I started, start with intentions. What did I want to get out of that meditation? What did I want to have a deeper look at? Did I want to focus on my thoughts, or did I want to just quiet my mind for a little bit? I would write that down, just to get a better sense of what you want to get out of your meditation. The third thing I wish I knew before I started meditating was that there is no right or wrong way to do it. As I mentioned before, I would open my eyes, a little bit. I'd be like, what's everybody else doing? And see that their eyes were still closed. Then I would see people start to fall asleep. Or I would see people sitting with their eyes open. It's your journey. It's your path. It's whatever you make of it. I think that is a really important factor to know. It's whatever works for you. And I think that is what I've gotten most out of meditation, is that I don't have to look around at anyone else. I'm doing this for me. And not that there's anything wrong with looking around and following to see, what people are doing in your surrounding, but I think it's just really important to get that reinforcement that however you choose to do it is the right way to do it. If you want to consider meditation as you coming out in the beautiful space of nature and just, taking a hike or taking a walk or a jog, and organizing your thoughts, or, silencing your thoughts for a couple of moments to just be at peace with yourself. It can be that. If you want to get more in tune with your soul, it can be that. The fourth thing I wish I knew before I started meditating was that meditation brings about this knowing of self that I haven't been able to find anywhere else. Each experience is definitely unique. And yeah, there are things in life that teach us about ourselves, help us to learn who we are, who we want to become, things that we don't want in our lives anymore that aren't serving us. But the only way I was able to really start to get into what that looks like is by becoming aware. Once I was able to recognize those thoughts, as I mentioned earlier, see that they're there, ask myself why, because that's what I chose to do sometimes in my meditation. Why do I get so bothered? After I just practiced a 5-minute meditation, I woke up in the morning, I see one thing and it ruins my whole day. Why is that? So it really allows you to cue in and become more self-aware. I think the more in tune with yourself you are, the more you appreciate yourself for the good and bad things. Because I also want to point out that meditation is not all like rainbows and unicorns. Like we get upset, we get angry. Those are parts of us. It's natural. And I think there's this huge misconception that, once you meditate a couple of times, you're just going to be the most aware being on the planet and you'll have it all figured out. But that's not it. This is going to be a lifelong journey. I, every day, am becoming more self-aware, and every day I'm learning new things about myself and things that trigger me, things that don't serve me, things that I really, really, really need to work on. By sitting with yourself in a calm, quiet, peaceful space, or wherever you choose. It doesn't have to be sitting, like I said before. It's whatever you want to do. It just really allows you to tap into here, or whatever your intentions are to tap into in that moment. It just hadn't been explained to me that I will become more self-aware. I will learn, every single day a new thing that works for me or doesn't work for me. And it's continuously changing, like all the time. So, one thing that works one day sometimes doesn't work the next. It's all about, seeing what works for you and adapting and being open-minded. The fifth thing I wish someone had told me before I started meditating, which universe just works in mysterious ways, and today I happen to be wearing this shirt while I'm filming, and the last thing I want to say that I wish I knew was believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. If you don't show yourself that gratitude, appreciation, acceptance, love, how can you expect anyone else to do it? It has to come from within. You have to, during that meditation, during that mindfulness practice, you have to take a look inward and see what it is that you're struggling with or that you want to work through, and take accountability. I really believe that once you start to just truly believe in yourself and your capabilities and your ability to work through things on your own with yourself, it will do tremendous things. I really just think the fifth one is probably the most important thing, because we are not as nice to ourselves as we are to our friends, our families, our coworkers. We have to start being nice to ourselves and start believing in ourselves again. When we're growing up, we're told that you're capable of doing anything. You can achieve anything you want in this world. We need to get back to that, because once you reach a certain age, and you're out of grade school, things start to get real. You're not told all the time, you can do whatever you want to do, but I'm here to tell you that you can. And I'm getting that constant reminder just by wearing this shirt. I really think that is such an important piece to the puzzle, and one I take with me always, especially when I'm meditating. I hope these things help, and I hope they shed light on some of the things that you will learn throughout your process. Or, you know, if you have never meditated before, I hope these tips or things that I wish I'd known really help, because I really do think they would have helped me. But I also just want to say that this is based off of my own experience, no one else's. And I think that's also a really important thing to remember here. Give thanks to yourself, even with small wins. That's something that I'm working through as well. Does not have to be an extravagant win. You don't have to get to that point where you get that promotion and you're like, I'm gonna wait till I get that promotion, then I'm gonna show myself gratitude, then I'm gonna thank myself. No, start doing it now. You woke up in the morning, you ate breakfast, you know, thank yourself. As always, please don't forget to subscribe. There will definitely be more content coming soon. I'm planning on putting out the part 2 to our van life Colorado trip. And there's so many more exciting things happening. I attribute that all to believing in myself through self-gratitude. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.